Nice to have you all here this afternoon. Welcome. Welcome. Now, if I could just ask Councillor Truman to have a blessing, please.
I te atua kaharawa kia tata mai koe kia mātou I tēnei rā. Manaaki te a mātou I mahi katoa I rungi tingoa. Amen.
Thank you, Councillor Truman. Also, I'd just like to start off with a very sorry piece of news that we've lost one of our long-standing Taupo residents, Mr. Thomas Orr. Tom was a long-serving borough council staff member, I think from 68 to 88, somewhere around there. Tom was the engineer at the MED, and also Councillor John's stepdad, and also former Mayor Jones' husband for the last 10 or so, 12 years. Thank you, John. So I'd just like to have a minute's silence and think of Tom today as we gather here today, because he would have been in these chambers many a time over the years, and for his input into the town. His service will be on Thursday at 2 o'clock at the Founders Church, Founders by the cemetery there, and we'll be celebrating his life then. So a minute's silence for Tom, please. Okay, thank you very much. All right, I go to
Thank you, David. I'll convey that sentiment to Joan. Thank you.
Thank you, John. No apologies. We've got a full house. Any conflicts of interest? Any of the subjects coming up? Okay, we'll go straight to item number 1. We're all live streaming, are we, Mrs. Nean? Thank you. And welcome to our members of the public out there on the live streaming process throughout the world. Confirmation of the council minutes of the ordinary council meeting on the 8th of December 2015. Is there any clarification or any matters arising from those minutes?
Mr. Chairman.
Councillor Boddy.
Chairman, on page 1/3 there's the report in regards of the snowboarders. I just want to raise an issue in regards of the agenda item on the 8th of December. That item stated that during the initial workshop with council on the matter, now this workshop was back in February, I question about us having knowledge of the sculptures. I've been shown a diagram, 3 diagrams with position shown on those diagrams, which I hadn't seen before, or those plans. But what it states here is there was signalled intent to encourage artwork in and around the CBD, and therefore some infrastructure, such as concrete cliffs, if that's the way you say it, have been installed during the construction period. The response I got, and when I asked for further information, was that they have not been installed yet, as until we know the type and nature of the sculpture. So I believe that agenda item was slightly misleading. And the information I also have stated that the reason we had to make a decision in December, the actual wording is the drawing did not include a plinth at Turangi-Tongariro Street, hence on the agenda in December we were to approve that location. My question then is, not only have they not been installed, but if we'd already agreed to, as a council, to have 3, why was not one of those 3 positions looked at? That information wasn't supplied. So I just want to raise that issue of, I believe that the agenda item was not correct for the 8th of December.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Boddy. Any other matters arising? Councillor Jollins?
Thank you, Worship. Just in regard to 1/2, the whakaaro plan joint committee, there was a strategic document that was mentioned in the minutes which was going to be circulated to elected members. I haven't seen a copy yet, so I appreciate it's been Christmas break, but if we could have a copy this month,
Sure.
I'd be grateful, please.
Thank you. Councillor Johns, we'll get that to you.
One
Councillor
one
Body?
further also on that same item. I noticed yesterday that the Northern Regional Council have written to government asking them to pass legislation to say in regards of the ownership of fresh water. And I'm just wondering whether the Waikato mayoral, whatever you like to call them, may like to take that issue up as well, so we do get clarification as who owns this water. The Regional Council of Northern have done it. It'd be nice to see the Waikato group of mayors doing the same thing.
Thank you, Councillor Body. Any other matters arising from those minutes? Okay, that being the case, could I have a mover, please, for those minutes? Thank you, Councillor Krasowski. Seconded by Councillor Body. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Against? Carried. Item number 2, Taupo Airport Authority Committee meeting and Emergency Management Committee. Go to the airport first. Any questions or queries on the airport agenda? Minutes?
When I through the chair, being the only person in the room who is actually present for that meeting, I'm happy to move it. Bar any
Thank you.
questions?
Yep. I'll move these on. Are you happy to move the second one too?
Yes.
Yes, I'll move them on block. Any other questions or queries on the Emergency Management Committee meeting? In the case, we have a seconder for those minutes, please. Thank you, Councillor Cousins. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against? Carried. Receipt of the minutes of the Lake Taupo Protection Project Joint Committee, 3rd December. Thank you, Councillor Stewart. Any questions or queries on those? Wants clarification? Okay, that being the case, could I have a seconder for those minutes, please? Thanks, Councillor Cousins. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against? Carried.